Hidden Object Guru here, back with day 2 of my Year of Bigfish. This time it's Greed, Old Enemies Returning, which, title alone, would make it, worse than the Danse Macabre game I played, but this game has some issues, from the opening title screen, where the font is just Greed written in green over an actual photograph of barbed wire that has nothing to do with anything, to the actual game, which, while attractive looking enough, does feel very 5 years ago Hidden Object games. Part of the fun of Hidden Object games is that they don't have to constantly be reinventing themselves. You just make a few puzzle screens, have a decent story, and I'll give you a pass. But there are certain bells and whistles we've gotten used to seeing, such as animated characters or animated interactions. In this game, when I break a window, I don't see glass breaking. I just see it go from an intact picture of a pane of glass to a broken picture of a pane of glass. And that's fine for visual novels, but hidden object games are supposed to be a little more interactive. The screens themselves are also a little problematic. I only saw 3, and that's across 2 locations. The silhouette screen, which I normally hate, was actually not too trying, and nicely, when you completed the silhouette screen and then came back later, all of the items were still gone, so they weren't cheating that way. So yeah, I can definitely say some positive things about their screen design. Less impressive is their object use outside of hidden object screens. We got this weird issue where the items you need to pick up and use don't mesh at all with the backdrops, as if someone drew the backdrops and a completely different person without giving any thought to lighting or perspective or even size. Just started dropping the items you needed in later, kind of like they didn't figure out what the puzzles were until long after the backgrounds were drawn, which I don't know if they made the game that way, but that seems like it would not be a good way to make the game if they did. So yeah, overall I'd say Greed is the worst game I've played yet this year. I mean, it's not terrible. While I'm not going to be rushing to play it, it is definitely passable for what it is. The story is a little rough in that it opens with a really extended recap of the past 2 games in the series. And then the plot is about an evil construction company that's also secretly an evil pharmaceutical company, and they're trying to destroy/steal some immortality juice research. Anyway, maybe I'll get around to playing this franchise at some point and have some more thoughts about it, but for right now, definitely not essential, and yeah, we're gonna call this one the worst game I've played yet this year. See you back here tomorrow for whatever game Bigfish has for us next.